Okay. On these problems here, we want to write the problem in the exponential equation of it. So right here, we're going to go down the table, and if you do 144 divided by 24, you get 6. If you do 864 divided by 144, you'll get 6. So 6 is going to be the common multiple. Okay, and remember, we need to make it y equal ab to the x. The a is our y-intercept, or our zero number, and the b is our common multiple in it. Now then, we need to get our zero term. So if I put 0 here, if I go down, I multiply. If I go up, I divide. 24 divided by 6 would be 4, wouldn't it? That's my a, and this is my b. Okay, so I'm going to have y equals 4 parentheses 6 to the x. Okay, let's go over here. If we divide these, so I need to do this with a calculator. 0.6655 divided by 0.605, and I get 1.1. Okay, so my a is going to be 1.1. Now then, I need to go up to 1 to 0. So if I go down, I'll multiply. I'm going to go up, I'm going to divide. So I'm going to take 0.605 divided by 1.1, and I get 0.55. So my 1 is 5.5, or 0.55, I'm sorry. And then divide by 1.1 again. So divide by 1.1, and I get 0.5. So my 0 is 5/10. That's going to be my b. And my a is 1.1. So y equals, I'm sorry, this is my a and this is my b. My a is going to be 0.5, which is my y-intercept, parentheses 1.1 to the x. Sorry about that. Your common multiple is your b, and your y-intercept is your a. Let's do number 3. So I need my calculator again. I'm going to take 259.2 and divide it by 43.2, and I get 6. So if I go down, I'm multiplying by 6, aren't I? Okay, so to go up, I need to divide by 6. I need 2, 1, and 0. I need to get to my 0 number, don't I? So I'm going to take 43.2, divide by 6, and I get 7.2. That's going to go to the 2. And I'm going to divide by 6 again. And I get 1.2. That's going to go to my 1. And I'm going to divide by 6 again. And I get 0.2 or 2/10. That's going to be my a. So my b is 0.6 and my a is 0.2. So y equals 0.2 parentheses 0.6 to the x. Okay. I'm sorry, not 0.66. Divided by 6. So this is going to be 6. Notice on these two here, on the problems we've done, the numbers are getting larger, so these are all gross. So this would be a growth. This number right here is more than 1, it's a growth. And this number right here is 6. Sorry about that, but it's a growth. Now then, let's do this one. On this, the numbers are getting smaller, aren't they? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 200,000 and then 20,000. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. You're just dividing by 10, aren't you? But we need to get to our zeros, so -1 and 0. If we divide it by 10 again, we can do this in our brain. 200 divided by 10 would be 20. And 20 divided by 10 would be 2. So this right here would be my a term. My b would be 1/10, wouldn't it? Or 0.1. So I'm going to have y equals, my a is 2, parentheses, 1/10 to the x, or I could say y equal 2, parentheses, 0.1 to the x. Okay? And this right here, since this number is less than 1, it's a decay. Now then, for each table to find the value at 8, I'm going to take 8 and plug it in here. Okay, so I'm going to get my calculator. I'm going to go to calculate, and I'm going to hit 4 parentheses 6 close parentheses. I'm going to hit the caret button and then an 8. So I have 4 parentheses 6 to the 8th, and I get 6718. So number 1 is 6718464. Okay, now then we're going to do number 2. I have 0.5 parentheses 1.1 close parentheses, hit the caret button, 8. I got the equation in right, hit enter, and I get 1.07. So number 2 is 1.07, just round it to the 10th, or the 100th, I should say. Number 3, we're going to type in 0.2 parentheses, 6 close parentheses, not 60, caret 8, hit the enter, 335923, 335923. And on number 4, my growing number is 1/10, so I'm going to type in 2 parentheses. I'm going to put 0.1 and then caret, and I want the 8th number, and I will get 2 times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, so if I inputted 8 into all these equations, these would be my answers.